Does Sinners deserve all the Oscars hype?
Is Wicked 2 the worst sequel since that weird third Home Alone?
Why is Sydney Sweeney hanging her bras from the Hollywood sign and not from the lamp in my bedroom?
That's a good question. All that and more on Cracked Weekly.
Remember Cracked? Cracked magazine? Created in 1958 as the edgier yet equally as sophisticated periodical full of satire, comics, and humor. Since then, Cracked has materialized as a website, a plethora of YouTube series, some of which you may know, and even a little live comedy showcase.
And guess what? We still have a website with actual articles that cover culture with classic Cracked snark. Say that 3 times fast. So now we've endeavored to bring together the editorial culture that built Cracked with a video that brings our editor's copy to life every week.
I'm Michael Strauss.
I'm Britt Migs.
And this is Cracked Weekly.
Welcome. Starting off, award season is in full swing, and the release of the Oscar nominations infuriated both fans of snubbed films and haters of Sinners. Ryan Coogler's genre-bending horror story about a vampire descending on 1930s Mississippi broke the record for most Academy Award nominations on a single film, with 16. There's a small yet vocal faction of movie fans who have been pushing back on Sinners mania since the film's release. But did they stop to picture doing it with 2 Michael B. Jordans at the same time? We think not. Meanwhile, Wicked for Good earned a whopping 0 Oscar nominations, well short of the 10 such nods that the first film generated. Does the Academy have sequelitis? Is the second act of Wicked really much worse than the first one? My sources, being my own ears and eyes, say yes.
I tend to agree with those sources. Speaking of people who won't win any Oscars, Sydney Sweeney pulled a major show business faux pas when she scaled the iconic Hollywood sign and draped it in her underwear in order to promote her new lingerie line. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce said they had no idea Sweeney was pulling the stunt, nor did they give her permission to clothe the landmark that has proudly stood naked since 1978.
You know, I tried to put my thong on there once, and they were pissed.
On the O?
Yeah, it was right on the O.
You'd think that Sweeney, of all people, would understand that letting it all hang out is the Hollywood sign's personal choice, and nobody has the right to put clothes on it, at least without consent. The sign itself has yet to make a statement on the controversy, but when it has an issue that it wants to speak about, people will hear.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they'll listen.
And they will listen. In other blonde news, the Amazon Prime series Elle, which will serve as a prequel to the beloved comedy film Legally Blonde, got renewed for a second season before the first one even premiered. Meanwhile, fans of the film, its 2 existing sequels, and its Broadway musical adaptation, enough already, still aren't convinced that we need to see Elle Wood's origin story, since we already know that it ends with her being completely obsessed with some dude who looks like Pete Hegseth. Come on. I mean, seriously, the whole point of Legally Blonde is that Elle fully realizes her potential after she stopped shaping her life around a man who both belittled her and dumped her. Nobody wants to see Elle as a high school pick-me for 2 seasons. But it also wouldn't make sense for her to behave like the adroit, motivated, and self-possessed woman that she becomes during her time at Harvard. So either the prequel is going to bend the Legally Blonde canon or absolutely snap it in half. That was a bend and snap joke, Michael. I don't know if you got that.
I am familiar with the film.
Okay.
You bend and snap.
And finally, the Amazon documentary, Melania, 20 Days to History debuted. Sorry, it's called Melania 20 Days, right?
Yeah, I think
Nobody
so.
knows what this
20 Days to History?
Nobody knows
Yeah.
what this documentary is actually called, but as far as I can tell, it's called Melania 20 Days to History. And it debuted this week amid scandal, backlash, and dismal ticket sales. Here's what one showing looked like on opening night. That's a real theater, by the way.
If you're looking for some alone time, maybe head to your local AMC and check out Melania's movie.
Still can't jerk off in there.
No.
But you might, because it's Melania. Now that the First Lady's already coming under fire for working with alleged sex pest and director Brett Ratner.
Oh, I was gonna say Trump.
I don't think Trump's ever met Jackie Chan.
That's so true.
Crew members on the Melania movie spoke out about the chaotic working environment and conditions. Look, brutally long hours and comical mistreatment by the movie's subject is not so great. And in one such instance, a travel coordinator claimed that Melania had several camera people film her on a private jet flight to Mar-a-Lago, or the Sea of the Lake as I like to call it.
Amazing.
But don't count me, that's, my French isn't that good. And abandoned them at the resort without a ride home. But as far as getting trapped at Mar-a-Lago goes, at least this time, the one-way ticket went to adults. And that's it for Cracked Weekly. Join us every week where we round up the news that you may have missed.
You'll hear it here last.
And even if you don't hear it at all, it probably was never that important to begin with.
Totally.
I'm gonna go back to reading this magazine from 30 years ago.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
Yeah.